Hi, I'm Taylor and I'm from the USA.
Hello, I'm Karina from England.
Hello, I'm Sarah from Australia.
In this video, we will learn about different expressions in American, British, and Australian English.
Shoot the breeze. I'm not sure what that means. I've heard it before. Shoot the breeze. It's a good thing, right? It's a good thing, no? What does it mean?
I think this one just means to relax. It's not something that I've used personally, or I've heard a lot. Shoot the breeze. I'm pretty sure it just means to relax.
So this expression is less common, I feel like, in American English. But if you were to hear someone say it, it means, go have a casual conversation, a very maybe more lighthearted conversation, let's go shoot the breeze outside or something. But that is definitely one I don't personally use in regular language, I guess. That could also be one of the expressions you would hear only in a certain part of the USA.
Okay, now that doesn't make sense at all, but it's not a bad thing. Very well. Casual conversation, all right.
At the weekend? That just sounds so strange to me because we say on Monday, on Friday, on Thursday, on the weekend. Like that, for me, makes a lot of sense. At the weekend? That sounds really strange. We don't usually use at with, well, I guess it makes more sense if it's with like a time, like at 5 o'clock, but we would say on.
At the weekend feels a little bit more awkward to me. I think on the weekend is more common. What are you going to do on the weekend, or what are you going to do this weekend? That's very common.
Yeah, at the weekend sounds better to me. At the weekend, let's meet at the weekend. Sounds like a place and time. So I suppose it depends on the situation, context. Over the weekend is also okay.
Bob's your uncle. I think if I were to hear that, I guess it would depend on the context. But in my mind, someone would say, ha, Bob's your uncle, like joke's on you, like in a fun, joking kind of way. Bob's your uncle.
So maybe you're talking about trying to fix something, and then Bob's your uncle. I got it done.
You've got it. That's it. You do that, and Bob's your uncle. That's it. You've got it. Success. So I don't know why, but am I right? I think I'm right.
I know what it means when we say it in American English. In American English, when we say a heap of something, it means like a lot of something. So maybe that's what it means also in Australian English.
So heaps, I use a lot personally. Heaps is a literal heap of something is a big mound of something, it's a lot of something. So in Australia, we tend to use heaps to mean like a lot or very. For example, if it's really hot outside, some people might say, oh, it's heaps hot outside today. Or something was really difficult, oh, that was heaps difficult. Oh, that was heaps hard.
A rat bag. Unpleasant terms. I just imagine a bag of rats. What? A rat bag. Oh wait, it means a bad person, right? Like somebody, just a bad person. You rat bag. I suppose I've probably heard it before. I think.
Oh my gosh, rat bag. My mind just goes to a bag of rats. Like a rat, maybe like a bad person, like a person you can't trust.
I don't know where it comes from, but it's literally like a scoundrel, or you're being cheeky. Sometimes mum would say it to scold us, oh, you're such a rat bag, or stop being such a rat bag. It sounds really funny when you say it out loud. But yeah, rat bag is like, usually I hear it used when like parents are referring to their children. So yeah, don't be such a rat bag, or you're being such a rat bag right now. Yeah, just being cheeky or that sort of thing.
Good on ya. I feel like I've heard of it, like, good on ya, mate. Good on ya, mate. Like, good for you? Is that maybe good for you?
I mean, it just probably means like good job or something like that. I mean, that's pretty easy to understand. Good on you. Like, good for you. That's a good job, right?
This one I use quite a fair bit, good on ya. So it means good on you. So well done, good job. It's kind of like to cheer on someone. So if someone maybe got a promotion, you could be like, oh, good on ya. Or maybe they just did something that they've been trying to do for a while and didn't have the motivation. And they come to you and say, oh, I finally did that thing that I've been trying to do. So you go, oh, good on ya, you know, well done.
And it's interesting because we don't really say good day in American English, or I guess we say have a good day, but I feel like in Australian English, they use it more like hello.
This one my mum uses quite a bit. G'day means it's an abbreviated version of good day. So it's a greeting like hello. But these days less people do it. I think if you grow up in the city in Australia, you're less likely to say, but it's definitely not uncommon. I don't really say g'day. I just say hello or hi. But my grandparents used it. Some of my friends use it, my kind of more Aussie friends, if you want to put it that way. But it just means hello.
You know? So yeah, it's not as common as we would say good day to mean hello in American English.
Arvo? Oh, that sounds, I thought it was arvo. Arvo. Yeah, it sounds Australian.
This arvo? Oh, you know, I know this one. Arvo means afternoon, right?
Arvo is abbreviated from the word afternoon, and Australians like to abbreviate a lot of words, particularly abbreviate them and then give them like an O sound. So Arvo, afternoon, be like, oh, what are you doing this afternoon? Instead of saying that, what are you doing this Arvo? If you want to get really, really sort of slangy with it, instead of saying this afternoon, you can say this Arvo, and then you can shorten that even more. This Arvo, and then one more time, Savo, and it just becomes Savo. What are you doing, Savo?
Bloody Ripper? It sounds British, like Ron Weasley saying bloody something. We say bloody in England, but bloody Ripper? This sounds like a very dangerous person. What does it mean?
I feel like I've heard it when like surfer dudes say it, like bloody ripper. But maybe, I feel like in the context I've heard it, it means like awesome or like really cool.
Bloody Ripper is a phrase that I personally don't use a lot, but my granddad used a lot. Bloody Ripper means like great or awesome, like, oh, it's Bloody Ripper.
Bludger? Again, it sounds like a Quidditch ball or Harry Potter ball from, at least not from my area where I come from in England. It sounds like it could be a British word. Bludger, what does it mean? Like an idiot or something?
So I'm guessing it's describing a person. I would think of like a big muscular guy who's like ready to fight or something. Like, oh, he's a bludger.
A bludger is seen as someone who they don't work hard, or someone that is kind of sponging off other people. Like you're bludging off someone, you know, kind of like, yeah, like living off them or whatever, or you're not working hard is what I think a bludger is. The term that comes to mind is actually dole bludger. In Australia, public welfare is called a dole. So it's quite kind of a negative word to, if you were to call someone a dole bludger, it means that they're just receiving public welfare and kind of like bludging off the dole, like kind of sponging off the dole.
Even if you just decide, oh, I want to learn British English, or I want to learn American English, or I want to learn Australian English, you won't be able to understand the other kind of sayings that are individual to that country, the other countries. So it's very useful, especially if you are an international person speaking with different countries, people who speak different countries' English, if you know these sayings, because otherwise you'll be like, what? What happened? What does that mean? And you might Google later, or you might look like a fool or an idiot, but don't worry about it. I mean, we all learn. But yeah, this is very important and very interesting.
Yeah, I think other expressions in UK and British English are sometimes really funny to learn about and hear about, because the literal translation, which you would probably think of the most, or at least I would in my head, is completely different from what they mean, which I'm sure it's the same way when they hear some of the phrases we have in American English that probably make no sense to them. But again, it's just always so interesting to hear because we have the same words, but they could be something completely different in a different type of English.
So for me, because I'm Australian, I feel that Australians actually get a lot of American media and a lot of English media. So I feel like I knew most of the terms, or at least the gist of them, but there's still ones that then when I have to explain, I'm like, hang on, wait, what exactly does it mean? I've got the feeling of it. I think it's really interesting learning these kind of slangs or just different words from other countries because, you know, even as an English speaker, you can still learn so much from other English speaking countries. It's, you know, not a completely different language, but sometimes, you know, someone can say a whole sentence and you're like, I didn't even understand what you said. I know for me, just as an Australian living abroad, a lot of people get confused, a lot of native English speakers get confused when I use certain words, especially Americans don't seem to know a lot of Australian slangs, so I'm often having to explain myself.
This hour though, I'm going to take a break.